are definitely in the depths of NBA offseason now because NBA Twitter is out here wishing happy birthday to players for content. So here we are. Happy birthday to Walker Kessler, in case anybody was wondering. He was born today.
Okay. Happy birthday, Walker Kessler. We're recording this on July 26th, by the way. So your birthday wishes may be a day late when you hear this.
Yeah. Belated birthday in this case. But all that to say, while the NBA action is a little cooled off, or I guess a little less, there is still a lot to talk about. A lot of free agents still out there. Marcus Smart just signed, so we'll talk about the Lakers a little bit, and kind of look at some of the free agents that are still out there. Some are out there because of cap situations, which is another part of the conversation that we wanted to dive into, because CJ McCollum is definitely making some waves with some comments about how the cap is tight and essentially teams shouldn't be punished for drafting well. Obviously, his example would be the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is essentially going through it now, but that means they'll be going through it in 26, 27 when those salaries start to kick in for SGA, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren. Obviously, some of the biggest players that were noted that will probably be casualties of that down the line, Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, all guys, if they're still on the team, could be a casualty of this cap problem, the second apron, if you will. And I guess my thoughts on it, I understand why we have it, right? It's to level the playing field because, again, some teams draft better than others, and we definitely know that from the Sixers side of things. But I guess the thought is right off the rip, I don't want to punish a team for drafting well. I don't think you should, because if you draft well, then you should have a good team, a good young team like the Thunder have. But you do also run the risk in that case of the Oklahoma City Thunder just always being good or never having something to kind of bring other teams into the fray and potentially have a fighting chance to break up that core, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, and I mean that's the balance because OKC is already you mentioned the guys. I mean sooner than later. I don't even think it's going to be you may not even have to wait a full season. I think they may be up against the gun, specifically with Hartenstein and Dort. Both of those two, and with Lou Dort specifically, fan favorite guy who's been probably the face of this OKC rebuild when all is said and done. I know SGA is the guy, but Lou Dort's been there for the longest tenure. It is, and it's a balance because we've talked about how many weeks and years now at this point about how the NBA, the most dynastic league probably in the big four sports, is now full of parity when we haven't really had these repeat champs. OKC feels like they're primed to repeat, but like you said, they're going to have tough decisions to make. And it really, CJ McCollum, he was on the Young Man in the Three on this podcast when he was making these comments, and he you're right. You shouldn't be punished for drafting well. And I don't think you should knock teams. There should be an incentive to retain your homegrown players. That to me is because I think that's what does level the playing field, right? That's how franchises who aren't the marquee free agency destinations always, that's how they're able to keep their guys a lot of the time.
The small market guys, that's their upper hand, is draft well and then pay those guys well, and you'll be good. Whereas we always joke about it, but Celtics, Lakers, New York, these bigger city places will always just have the allure. Miami, in a way, they'll just always have that allure of the big city feel. They'll be able to pull in some star talent there and not necessarily have to worry about, drafting perfectly, to get a all-star team.
Yeah. 100%. And you're right. I think it does level a little bit in that regard. I don't know though, like, because I don't want to get. I like, I like the parity a little bit here as well. I like teams because the parity pushes teams to go all in too. Like that's the thing I like too. Is it's like, hey, if you only may have 1 or 2 years with this, you are going to push your chips in. I think it makes it a little more exciting in that regard. So I don't know. You have to strike a balance because yeah, I guess that's the point away. And I don't know an easy way to do that. Like the next time the agreement is going to be up, the CBA agreement is like 2029, 2030, I think, which I did laugh at the irony. Like I'm not going to dunk on CJ, but like I did laugh at CJ hating on this deal where I'm like, CJ, you helped negotiate it, bud. Like you were in the room. What do you mean? But
right.
No, I mean, it does. I mean, yeah, even look at Boston, like from last year, that team looks so primed. And I know it's a little bit of an older core, so different there with OKC, but like that team seemed primed to compete for a long time. But it was, even regardless, before Tatum got hurt, like that second apron is no joke. Like they were going to be up against the gun big time and have to make decisions kind of the way they did with Porzingis, with Al Horford, with Drew Holiday. So yeah, I don't think there's an easy answer here. I know that's maybe not as satisfying as any of our listeners would like, but I don't know. I mean, I like the way it's working now in terms of the second apron. I like the parity. I like that, teams have had to work around that. I don't think you should just be able to spend a bunch of money and continue to get away with it. But you're right. I mean, I think keeping your homegrown guys is the one way that, and I don't want to punish teams who stay good because they draft well. Like you should get credit for drafting well. Like the draft is supposed to be the thing that evens it all out. Like I'm not really going to fault a franchise who's just able to hit on every pick every time. Like I want to stop teams from buying guys essentially.
I wish I could find it again as I was here. It is, so someone posted like, what if you did only 20% of a drafted player's salary would not count against the cap or something like that. So then you could offer them like super maxes and it still necessarily would be a lesser amount. So, there's definitely some ways to play around with it. The problem really is, it's like, cool, we're talking about it now, but like you alluded to, like nothing's going to change until, 29, 30 or right before it, essentially. Like nothing there, we won't be doing anything. So it's kind of, you're going to have to deal with it. And so, love it or hate it, it's here.
Well, and maybe you look back and you relax some of the restrictions that are in the second apron right now, like the fact that you can't use cash or you can't use first round picks that are 7 or more years in the future if you're in trades. Like maybe that's the way you even it up a little bit, and that way, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a perfect answer. I don't mind that 20% thing may not have been, it's not the worst thing I've heard, but
yeah,
I do want to incentivize teams like teams should get the hometown discount. I guess that's my point. Is like you should have advantages that other franchises who just like want to, peel your guys away. Like I do think if you draft well, you should have an advantage to bring these guys back. Like if they want to leave, it should need to be on their own.
Yes. No, I agree with you on that one. So it will take someone way smarter at cap dollars and managing that situation to figure that out. But I guess again, just to like hammer in that point is like it's here to stay for a bit. Like we're not going to be, doing anything for a while.
Yeah, I mean, well, right. Yeah, I'm not expecting any imminent changes here. Either way, I'm not gonna lie too. Like, and this was just more of a just laughing as I was doing the prep for this. Like CJ McCollum, just like all the headlines too, are like Washington Wizards guard CJ McCollum, and like that's just such a weird sentence still to read for that, right? Well, I mean he is, but like it's still just a weird sentence for me to read right now. And I mean we'll talk Wiz a little bit as we talk Marcus Smart going from the Wiz to the Lakers. A few things coming up here on the Driving Dish NBA podcast. Welcome everybody. My name is Kevin Rafuse. Joining me as always, my co-host Justin Cousart.
Do you know who scored the league's 13 millionth point?
What year did that happen?
Surprisingly, I think this happened in 2022.
Okay. Let's just see. Who is a good player in 2022 that scored a lot of points?
I think it might have been his. Hold on. It might have been his first year. Hold on. he might have been a rookie.
2018. So that was the
No, 2022.
Oh, 2022. Yeah,
Might have been. Hold on. Yes, it was probably his rookie season.
Did we just talk about him?
No.
Okay.
I think off the top of my head, I think he also won Rookie of the Year.
Oh, in 2022. Whoa, God, why am I blanking?
At least I think he did. If that's the season that he did, it might have been in.
It's in Cade.
No, Scotty.
Oh my God,
Scotty Barnes.
Was Scotty 2022?
He was 21, 22. So I guess
true.
Where in the, you know what I mean? In the year. January 29th, 2022. So it would have been his rookie season. Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats to Scotty Barnes. There you go. Good for him. I learned something today. The 13 million. Where did that come up at?
Crazy Stats posted it a while ago, obviously. And because I'm not logged in on this computer on X, when I looked up Crazy Stats to pull one, that's the first
one. One from 2020. Yeah, it gave you one from way back in the day. That's
because it's not like in timeline order because I'm not logged in. So it just showed like some random highlight ones. Like another one on here is Jokic is the only player in the NBA history to reach 17,500 plus points, 8,500 plus rebounds, and 5,500 plus assists in a regular season before turning 30. And they posted that on February 19th of this year, it looks like. So there you go.
Oh, all right, a little bit closer. There you go. All right, again, congrats to Scotty Barnes. I'm sure he was thrilled about that when he made that happen.
I bet nobody even really who knows that. That's such a random thing to be keeping track of.
Well, that's what it always comes down to with those stats too, right? Well, I say that all the time. Is it's who's even thinking to keep track of this?
Right.
But I mean, I guess for overall points scored, there should be someone out there. Leave us a review on iTunes, good or bad. I'll read them on the podcast. If you're not an Apple user, Google Play Store, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Player FM, anywhere you can find a podcast, you can find us.
And you can catch us on Drive and Dish NBA podcast on YouTube. Just search Drive and Dish NBA, and you can find us there. Subscribe. You'll get new notifications when new episodes are coming out. So we go into Lakers drama yet again. It's not really drama. But
wait, what's dramatic about this?
Well, it's kind of the drama part is the whole LeBron didn't reach out. Luka reached out, I guess, if we really want to dive into it. Marcus Smart signs an $11 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, there's some injury risk there. He played 34 games over the last couple seasons. Body might be breaking down, but also the competitive edge is still there, and they definitely need it on the Lakers side of thing after Dorian Finney-Smith is going to Houston. So I guess the stories around it obviously is that it's happening. We could talk about the meaning for the team. The big focus of the media stories that are talking about it is that Luka was actively recruiting Marcus Smart. And that is where I would say the drama comes in because Luka's doing it, not necessarily LeBron, which is what we're used to seeing from the Lakers franchise, which goes back to 2 episodes ago where we talked about this is kind of the changing of the regime for the Lakers. Well, it's being handed over to Luka. This is Luka's team now.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus Smart's not the only guy. I mean, with the DeAndre Ayton signing too, they said that Luka was pretty involved in that and reaching out and, trying to get him there, being that type of rim running center that they were looking for. And yeah, for Marcus Smart, I mean, like you said, having not played a lot of basketball the past few years, he goes and leaves Boston, obviously a franchise where, he was competing and getting a lot of playoff basketball, always in the mix. You go to Memphis, a franchise where you kind of expected that to continue. It didn't really work out, a lot of injuries. It just kind of never feel like he got his footing there. Go to Washington last year. Obviously, they weren't winning anything quick. So, I mean, for like you said, this is a chance for him to, I think, get back in that spotlight as well. Prove still that he's got something in the tank, that he can still play these meaningful minutes. You mentioned a lot of what he's known for. It's that competitiveness. It's the grit. Yep. It's the hustle on extra possessions. There's a reason he's such a fan favorite in Boston. There is a valid question, like you said, of how much he has left in the tank, but this is a good opportunity for him to prove that.
Yeah, and I mean, 30 years old, so he is a little bit older, but still, in theory, should be able to play. But yeah, last season, 34 games last season, 20 the season before that. His last year with Boston was at 61. So we definitely have seen a significant decrease in games that he was able to play. But all that to say, I think it's worth a flyer. Again, it's only $11 million contract. So worst case, you can just move on from it if that becomes the way that you need to go and there's injuries and it's not really working out. So it seems like a low risk kind of move, but definitely one worth trying. And obviously, if Luka really does like him, another way to keep Luka happy, because he's another one that we're looking at to potentially sign a long term, which we assume he'll be doing. I think he'll be able to do that, or they can start the extension talks on August 2nd.
Yep.
He can sign a 4-year deal worth $224 million, or a 3-year deal worth $161 million with an option in 2028, which then would allow Luka to sign the max deal in 2028, and that would give him 35% of the salary cap for that season. So that would be crazy, and obviously a lot of money. So part of me wonders if that's the way it goes. We see a 3-year just to open it up for the 2028 season and really capitalize on the entire career that Luka can have.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think we expect any, like, Luka. I'm expecting to sign the contract. I don't think the Lakers need to worry about anything.
Agreed upon. It's just do anything.
Right. Like, so with that, I mean, if he's out here recruiting these guys, like, you don't think there's anything there. And I mean, yeah, look, I think the Lakers have pretty publicly cleared, and maybe even started with the AD trade, where it's like, I think they want to make LeBron and Luka work, and LeBron has opted in. Like, I don't think LeBron is just going to opt out, but like, yeah, they're planning long term around Luka Doncic. Like, I think that's the move going forward. Like, Luka is their guy. He's the guy they're going to build this around. I mean, even like we talked about this, and shout out to our guy Chris Crawford for filling in last week. Like, CC and I talked about this a little bit with, you look back at where LeBron and Anthony Davis for so long wanted a rim running center, and they go out and get one after Luka does with Ayton. Like, and I mean, I know they tried to with Mark Williams as well, but it just feels like they know what it is. Like, LeBron is 40 at this point. At some point, it's going to come to an end. Like, LeBron and Luka, I think, have so much respect for each other that it's never going to be like a messy public divorce. But I think that trade still very much is on the table.
Yeah, I just wonder what it looks like, I guess, would be my question, Like, what on both sides, what ends up moving is a big part of that conversation. I think it makes sense for there not to be one at the moment. But again, we'll have to wait and see. And that's kind of, where the Lakers are at the moment. Although I think, back to the Marcus Smart thing, I think this was a good move, kind of find some of these free agents that are out there and pull them in and put them on these deals that are kind of low risk, essentially.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the names that are left now, I mean, when you look at the whole market, it's a lot of the restricted market has been really jammed up. There are a lot of bigger, think of like the Josh Giddeys and the Quentin Grimeses and the, Cam Thomases of the world. Like, they're all just kind of in limbo, right? Because it's like teams are, there is that reluctance to spend into the second apron, I think, which we talked about a little bit earlier. And, the market just may not have been high as you thought it was for some of these guys. Like, they're looking to get the big paydays, and unfortunately, they just may not be out there. I know Cam Thomas in particular has been really vocal about it, and that's been kind of one of the things. He was arguing with Zach Lowe for a little bit, but just like Cam Thomas was kind of pushing for a max deal, and the reports now are saying that, he and Brooklyn are looking at like 2 years, $14 million or something like that. Like, that's a radical difference.
Well, it's because, back to it, like, just go look at all the restrictions that happen when you're above the second apron. Like, there is a lot of things you can't do once you're over that. And like, with the Quentin stuff and on like the Sixers in specifics, like, you're a team that like probably, sure, because the East is open, you might have a chance, but it's like you unless it's a guarantee, you're not putting yourself in that position where you can't really do much in the middle of the season when you need it. Like,
yeah,
it's just unnecessary. And really, unless you are like, to me, unless you're like OKC, where you're like, we got this, like, yeah, let's go for it again kind of deal. It did for a lot of those teams. It's not worth it. And that's where the problem is. It's not that they don't want the guys. They don't want Cam Thomas. They don't want Quentin Grimes. They don't want Kuminga or whatever. or Giddey even in that case. It's like, no, they want him. They don't want to go over that second apron. So they got to find a way to get creative and get you on the team and probably have to pay you less a little bit.
No, I mean, you're stuck. Like you said,
Yeah.
I mean, this Quentin Grimes with the Sixers, like, I mean, we can obviously speak to that. Like everyone on the franchise wants Quentin Grimes back. Like they just can't afford him.
Right.
Like, so
Right.
maybe you sign the 1-year deal. And I think that's maybe a lot of these guys do. You sign the qualifying offer, which is just something we haven't really seen in a little bit.
Nope.
And that way, you know, you get it in for a year and then you become an unrestricted free agent. But it may just be a waiting game for a while for a lot of these guys, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, the one that seems like it's a little more likely to get done restricted free agency wise is Jonathan Kuminga. You know, he and the Warriors feel like they've been trending in the right direction. The Warriors don't really want to sign and trade him because then they'll be at the first apron already. But you know, there's been some communication about whether the offer has been there or not. There's also the Warriors want to keep Kuminga long term. If you really want to, you know, see what's out here, if they still want to believe that they have any chance to get Giannis, like they want to keep Kuminga as part of a potential package for that. So it's tough. I don't know. I mean, the Warriors right now they're 25 mil below the first apron, and I don't, you know, it does feel like this is their number one priority at least. But they have a lot of open roster spots too. So it's like they're kind of got to, you know, I know there's a few other guys, like specifically veteran wise, they've talked to. You know, I know Al Horford's been rumored to go there big time. D'Anthony Melton, who's been there before, is also another one. But yeah, these guys, it does feel like they are in a bit of purgatory right now for sure.
So I'm reading this article where Anthony Slater has said there's a chance that Kuminga, like you were saying, almost takes the qualifying offer. And what he's saying is it's a 1-year, $8 million deal for context. Kuminga's worth salary, 17 million, 25. They're saying this would push them over the qualifying offer. So a lot of it could really hinder the Warriors situation, and put the Warriors in a bad spot. And I mean, with the guys around them, you know, obviously they'll be trying to compete and contend next year, but like, that could be rough if you're kind of capped and not able to do anything else.
Yeah, it's just again the lack of flexibility, man. Really, it makes it tough. There's no doubt about it. You know, as much as you see teams pushing all in, you want to make sure that you're going to push all in. And I think in the off season, that may be a little tougher sometimes to believe it before you see the product out there.
I agree.
I mean, the other big names that are still out there, I mean, Russell Westbrook, of course, is just probably the biggest, like, name-wise to keep an eye on. Still unsigned at this point. We'll see where he ends up, obviously leaving Denver after a year. Yeah, I mean, beyond that, you know, a lot of, like we said, until the restricted falls, it doesn't feel like a lot of these other, you know, free agency dominoes are going to fall.
Just got to wait and see. But that's how it happens every year, it feels like.
I mean, who else are the biggest other names out there? Like Malcolm Brogdon, Gary Payton II. Like, are we giving Ben Simmons that credit at this point?
Yeah, like, Ben, let's go.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of where we're at, but you know, either way, we'll be keeping an eye on that. We are definitely in the dog days of summer. There's no way around that. If you haven't picked that up by now, halfway through this episode, I think you should be getting it for sure.
Yeah, I think the big thing that's more people probably care about is like the Luka extension, the De'Aaron Fox extension. I think Trae Young's up for an extension. Like those will be the bigger headlines that we'll see in the next few weeks.
Trae is interesting. I want to see what Atlanta does because, like I said, I feel like Atlanta has made some quality moves recently, and I feel like that they've, you know, I feel like they put a decent enough roster around Trae that I'm kind of intrigued to see what they can do. You know, like we said, for all of Trae's flaws, I don't really feel like Atlanta is exactly put him in the best position to succeed either. And he is such an offensively gifted player that, you know, it's tough. I'm hesitant to give up on that. Yeah. Even though there is a part of me that's like, man, you could pay him a lot of money. And he got to that conference finals, but he hasn't really been anywhere near back since.
Yeah, which is kind of alarming, like how quickly that changed, specifically for the Hawks. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's hard to do it twice, but it's like, yo, That was crazy.
They also shouldn't have been there. We blew it.
Well,
The Sixers blew it. We blew it so bad. Like that is the most probably unforgivable Sixers loss to me. There is no planet they should have been losing to that Hawks team, and you will never be able to tell me otherwise. And they completely vomited all over themselves in games 5 and in game 7. And anyway. We don't need to rehash that. All right, who's balling? Who's falling? Our NBA version of the stock market. We always like to start with the good before the bad. So, Just, let's start with you this week. Who's balling?
Balling for me is, let me find it, is gonna go out to LeBron James and his lawyers.
Oh, okay.
His lawyers are sending a cease and desist to an AI company that is apparently making pregnant videos of him. LePreggers is no more.
Yeah, listen, man, I don't know what was going on. I did see that. I saw the video itself, and it's patently absurd. James Harden's in it for some reason. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on there, too. Yeah, people are weird, man. People are really, really weird. Like, that's the takeaway from all this, is people are really, really weird.
The problem is, and here's where I think the issue lies, is like, now that he has sent this, it wouldn't surprise me if 20 other random people on the internet decide to start making LePregger videos. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's also like you gotta put people on notice, though. You know?
Yeah. It's
like there might be consequences for this, and like I don't think it's a huge deal, but like I don't know. Yeah, it's a little weird, and it's a lot of like it gets into a lot of questionable things with AI and with right to privacy and all sorts of other issues like that.
Well, we've talked about that too. Was like the fake post game press conferences where it's
right
Luka talking about something and it's very obviously AI, but you know, if you're watching it at a 360 degree or whatever bird's eye view, and you don't like see it up close, you're like, wow, I can't believe he's saying some of this stuff.
And breaking news: AI is only going to get better too.
Oh yeah, dude. There are some like I told you, I said my whole algorithm is the Bigfoot influencers that are fake vlogging, and for whatever reason, I just find them hilarious. But very obviously AI generated in some kind of prompt to make them happen. But yeah, I feel like we're just going to see a lot more of this kind of stuff until there is some more, I guess, legal clarity as to what's going on, you know, because like name, image, likeness really comes into play here. And that's coming from someone that's not a lawyer. You know, you are a lawyer. So
no, not yet. Not yet, buddy. We'll see. We got a big test coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. To catch my drift, and then maybe after that we can finally call me a lawyer. But yeah, there's gonna be. I mean,
it's gonna get worse.
AI's causing all sorts. It will cause all sorts of rapid legal changes, like it will in every other industry. Honestly, I mean, it's not just gonna be the law world, but like yeah, there are. I mean, a laundry list of issues that are gonna come into play.
I'll have to send you a thing I found where it was talking about like the cognitive brain function when using AI for certain things.
Oh, the MIT study?
Yes, that was crazy to see.
Not great.
And I looked at it and went, you know, because I'll admit I use it a little bit on certain things. I feel like, and this isn't putting anybody on blast, I am very uncomfortable from a manager position communicating things that are uncomfortable to my team. If that makes sense. And so a lot of times what I'll do is I'll say the unfiltered way I need to say something to AI, to ChatGPT in a way. And it'll be like, can you help me like professionalize this a little bit to like not obviously be an issue or still drive home the fact, but still make it like less mean, if that makes sense. Sometimes I would be like, just do your damn job. But obviously I can't say that. So a lot of times I'll use it to at least help me filter some words that I'm like, I just need, this is what I want to say. How can I say this without being an idiot? And to that, what the MIT was saying, you know, a lot of it was like, you do that, but then you don't retain what it gives you because it's just giving it to you. And I would agree, because a lot of it's like, oh yeah, I got what I want. I'm moving on with my life now. And that's where, like you're saying, the issue lies, is like, well, you didn't learn from that. You just let AI do it at that point.
Well, yeah, there's also just there's also lines too where you start making the fake videos, or I've seen people start to like animate their pictures, or to like recreate the scene. It's like you start blurring your cognitive reality a little bit.
The Matrix is real, man.
Oh, it's kind of like, I mean, for all the Harry Potter fans, it's like, is that not what the Mirror of Erised is? Like,
yeah,
that's it, right? Like, you're gonna look at something that's not real. Like, that's not. I don't know if that helps you necessarily like process things the way you should. And like, I don't want to sound like a big AI hater. I'm really not. Like, I've used AI too for certain things. Like, I'm not. There are plenty of useful things that it does and is already doing. But it's like, yeah, there need to be guardrails on it, big time. For
sure. And there's a bunch of other videos that I'll have to send you that I've went down. But I think it'll, like you were saying, it'll just become more and more integrated into our lives. And
it already is.
Right. But I mean, like, it's gonna, like, dude, it's gonna get to a point, like, I don't even know. Like, it's gonna get to a point where it is. I would say we're like tip of the iceberg type stuff. You know what I mean?
No, I
like jokingly was I gave it my fantasy football team, and like gave it. The problem was it was like a year behind in terms of the stats. So the stuff it gave me, you could tell, was kind of off. But like, it fully gave me like, okay, this is what I think about your team. You definitely need some more running backs. Maybe you could pair this guy and some of your picks with this to go after. And it was literally giving me like my friend's team, like, your friend has this and they have a lot of running backs, so they might be willing to move away. Like, it was very interesting to see that. But to the MIT part is like, my brain didn't do all that. So you don't get the reward of having your brain go through those processes. And for example, if you're a kid and you're learning this stuff, you don't learn it. You just got the answer and moved on, if that makes sense. So that's the part that's concerning. Because I know some people, I've been seeing a lot of people saying like, homeschool your kid and just use ChatGPT. And I'm like, well, maybe don't do that.
Bad idea, dude. Especially too from the like socialization aspect and like, yeah.
Well, the socialization is a whole nother level of problem that we don't necessarily need to go down on a basketball.
Well, listen, we got a long off season. We can address that next podcast. So listen, especially if news moves at the pace it moved this week. All right, balling for me this week is Bradley Beal, already given an assist to his teammate Chris Paul. Usually it's Chris doing the assists, but Bradley Beal giving up number 3 so that Chris Paul can wear it in his return to the Clippers. Of course, they are now officially teammates. Bradley Beal has worn number 3 for his career. Just being a good teammate. Chris has worn it a little bit longer, giving it up, no questions asked. So yeah, real classy move there from Bradley Beal.
I'll just jump right into Fallin. Obviously, we're very happy for them to figure out their number situation, because that was, let's be. My Fallin, and I'm very excited to get to this, is a situation that has happened after a woman leaked some DMs that are exposing D'Angelo Russell for cheating. Nick Young has chimed in.
Oh, I bet he has. I'm sure he has.
Nick Young said, God answers all prayers, snitches never prosper.
No, God answers all prayers.
Yo,
no,
but damn well the
Lord said, "Leave me out of this, Nick. This is between you two." He said, "Leave me out. Don't invoke me for this."
Hey, I had nothing to do with this one. I want to stay far away from that. But you knew the second that happened, we needed to get Nick Young's thoughts on this situation.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. There's no doubt about it.
I love how that is still a thing. That is still a thing that comes up.
Right, which, like, again, Nick Young, it's like, at the end of the day, like, putty, it's your own fault. Like, D'Angelo did you crazy, but, like, yeah, it was wild, man, wild. Oh, good, man, I should have done mine first. Mine's so lame compared to that now. I mean, my fallen is Ricky Council the fourth, because the Sixers waived him. It's more about this press release too, right? So, like, Ricky's been in the G League for a while, and he's been on the team for 2 seasons, and like, he's like not a quote full grown homegrown guy, if you will, but like, yeah, he's been like people have had some, like, we were excited to see him get some minutes last year. Anyway, his press release is 2 sentences long. It just literally says Philadelphia 76ers president of basketball operations Daryl Morey announced today that the team has waived Ricky Council IV. Council IV appeared in 105 games over 2 seasons with the Sixers, averaging 6.7, 2.5, 1.1, and 14 6-point minutes. That's it. It's like, whoa. It's like borderline where I was like, did something happen behind the scenes here? Like, should I be worried a little bit? Like, this is kind of, it's a little brief, but yeah, either way, he's been Ricky was kind of a G League guy for a little bit, so I'm sure he gets it picked up somewhere else. Like, I think if nothing else, he'll be playing in the G, or unless he goes overseas.
Well, and, I don't want to offer any advice, but, if you do go to ChatGPT and ask it to give you a 4-sentence summary, it will give you a 4-sentence summary of what you're trying to say. So you could have had a longer press release and made it not.
Yeah, would have used all the water in the village, though, somewhere. Like, man, we would drain somebody's river.
Dude, that's so, yeah. I mean, obviously bummed to see him go. He was definitely want to see him still get some basketball playing in, so.
Well, like, he never really took the leap that I wanted to last year when he got bigger minutes. Like, that is unfortunate. I don't know. Either way,
it's a soft spot for the guys that are deserving. That
he'll get it. Like I said, he'll get a 2-way somewhere. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, like, the other reality too is once Justin Edwards emerged last year, I think it was kind of over there. Like, Sixers re-signed Edwards this offseason.
Yep. You knew what.
So yeah, writing kind of on the wall. But all right, should we play some Immaculate Grid?
We shall play some Immaculate Grid. Now, I picked a different date because the one for today was very, like, category driven, if that makes sense.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I mean,
it's a Saturday. I feel like Saturdays are category days.
Yeah, so I switched it. I changed it to a day that was like 2 days ago or something like that. So if you already played it, let me know.
I have not as much recently, only because of I definitely haven't played this one, only because of, like, just bar prep. Like, reality is that, like, I usually for a while was playing daily and have been mostly, like, all through school I was and stuff too. I definitely this past, like, 2 weeks have been slacking a little bit, so this will be a good one for sure. And again, hey, you can always watch the Immaculate Grids on YouTube. Just search Driving Dish NBA podcast. For the podcast listeners, our columns this week from left to right, we've got the Sixers, the Clippers, and all rookie team. Our rows from top to bottom, we got the Magic, the Thunder, and the Pistons. So just anybody that jumps off the page for you right away.
Well, right off the rip, I know Tobias Harris works for Pistons Sixers. Drummond also would work there.
Tobias Harris works in 4 places on this board. Tobias Harris works for Magic Sixers, Magic Clippers, Sixers Pistons, and Pistons Clippers.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be on high in every single one of those too, which is kind of crazy.
I feel like the least that he'd be is Magic Clippers. Like, he's on the Pistons now, and he was on the Pistons before and pretty good there. The Sixers he'll be just because, I mean, that's where he's been for the past few years. Going back to my bad. Who else are you saying for Sixers and Pistons? I know Jeremy Grant works there. Iverson works there too. Iverson.
Cannon? Didn't Cannon do both, or was that?
Cannon was on the Bulls. I don't know if he was on the Pistons.
Okay, I thought he was. I know
Drummond, who you mentioned. Yeah, Drummond definitely works there.
Did Okafor ever go to the Pistons? I don't think he did.
Oh God, he might have, like, late, but I'm not 100% on that.
Pelicans, right? Wasn't he?
He did. He was definitely on the Pelicans at one point. No works there, and who might be low. Only because he was only on the Sixers for like half a season, dude. Alec Burks works for Sixers and Pistons.
Who's on? Wait. There's a shooter on the Pistons now that was drafted by the Sixers, right? Is Dario there?
No, unless he just got there.
Shved?
I don't think Shved was there. That's funny.
Shved? No, there's a shooter. I swear, Landry Shamet. Is Shamet there? Maybe Shamet's who I'm thinking of.
God, Shamet's been everywhere, dude.
Yeah, there was a shooter from the Sixers that one. Oh, you know who works for Sixers and OKC? Nerlens Noel.
Oh yeah. The Sixers OKC, there's Isaiah Joe works there.
Isaiah Joe, yep.
Mike Muscala works there. Harden. Yeah. I would be down if you want to do Okafor for Sixers and Pistons. I'd be down. I'm pretty sure Okafor
did he
was
go there? I don't remember if he did or not.
I think he did. He was on the Pistons or
Jaleel,
the Pelicans was the most recent team.
Jaleel, right? We're talking about Jaleel.
No, yes. Not Emeka. Emeka was never a Sixer.
I know. I just making
shout out to
sure.
him. Shout out to Emeka though, UConn legend.
Yeah, 0.8. Good nice. For that.
Oh yeah.
Did he go right after? I don't remember where. Maybe it was right after the Sixers. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember where he got traded to. I feel like I thought there was one in between. Yeah. He actually went to the Pelicans before the Pistons. Yeah, he went to the
he did go to the Pelicans right after.
Sixers, Nets. No, he went to the Nets after.
Nets. Okay.
Yeah, he had 26 games with Brooklyn, and then he had the 2 seasons with the Pelicans. He had 27 games with Detroit, and then he had 1 game with Indy last year. I know he's in the G, but he did play 1 game with Indy last year at the end of the season.
Okay. Do you think Nerlens Noel will be high for OKC 76ers?
Probably not. I don't just because I don't think people associate him with OKC.
Yeah. Do you want to try that then?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Well, Nerlens 3%. Okay,
a little more than I thought. A little bit.
Yeah.
He would have worked for Sixers Pistons too. I think.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Yeah, Sixers Magic. I mean, I'm trying to think of some of the more obvious ones. I mean, Markelle Fultz is recent. If you want a bench guy, Jonathan Simmons is recent.
Michael Carter Williams
works. Vooch works. Dude, if you want a good one who's a little more of a legend, low key, but he was here at the end of his career, dude, Jason Richardson works.
Richardson. I like Richardson. Let's do that.
We haven't done that. He was a process guy.
Who am I thinking? Not Turkoglu. He was just recently. He was the Sixers. He went to the Bucks. What was his name?
Not Ilyasova, right?
He would work though, wouldn't he?
I don't think he does for Orlando.
He never was on Orlando. Ilyasova is who I was thinking of. I'm pretty sure.
There was another one you're right, who I am trying to, that was there relatively recently.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, though, we should do J Rich. We don't use J Rich that often. Jason Richardson. There you go.
Oh my God, there's a lot of guys. Yeah, 2%.
Nice. All right. Do we want to do Tobias then, just for Magic and Clippers? I feel like JJ Redick's going to be the highest for that combo.
For which one?
For Magic and Clippers. Gortat works too, low key. Marcin Gortat definitely works.
Yep.
There's somebody else who I feel like was in that vein who I was thinking of those. I mean, I think Turkoglu, you just mentioned. I'm pretty sure Turkoglu was on the Clippers for a year too.
Turkoglu was on the Clippers for a year. I don't know who's going to be lower.
Out of...
Oh no, I lost him. Hold on.
Are you talking about Turkoglu, or are you talking about
for Clippers Clippers OKC? Wait, which one are you? You're OKC still?
No, I'm at Orlando.
Oh, I'm working ahead. I'm sorry. I'm working ahead. I
mean, Detroit and the Clippers. Where
did Mario Hezonja go?
Orlando, the Knicks.
Did he ever end up on the Clippers?
I don't know, man.
I don't think he did. I'm just trying to.
Nowhere near 100% random. Well, let's do Tobias. We got to put somebody on the board. Either let's do Tobias or let's do Gortat. They'll be lower than JJ Redick will for sure.
Let's do Gortat. Gortat will be low. I feel Tobias is weirdly popular.
He works, like I said, he works everywhere for this grid.
I know. 2%. Let's go.
Nice. Okay. All right. I mean, Thunder and Clippers, the obvious two are Russ and Harden.
You know who else is really obvious?
Who?
SGA.
Oh yeah, SGA and Paul George.
Paul George.
Wow, a lot of history with that one.
Yep. I think Serge Ibaka works.
I think Ibaka works too.
I think Ibaka works. He'll be low.
I'd be fine with Ibaka there. He'll definitely be low.
I forgot about Serge Ibaka, dude. Yeah, 2%. Let's go.
Nice. All right, Pistons and Clippers. I mean the big obvious one is Blake Griffin.
Yeah, Blake. That's a good one. I'm
trying to think. I don't think Billups. I'm trying to remember if Billups was ever on the Clippers, like real late in his career, but I don't think he. I'm not 100% there.
There is a shooter. There's a shooter that was on both teams. He's a good shooter too. He's a 3-point shooter.
It's not Kennard, is it?
Oh, it is Kennard.
Oh, we can do Kennard.
Kennard, but he'll be high, don't you think?
Yeah, probably. But I mean, he won't be as high as Blake.
No, or Tobias.
Oh yeah, that's right. We had to forget about Tobias. We got to use Tobias somewhere. We got to do
Tobias there.
We got to. We mentioned him so many times in this grid. I feel like we have to.
8%. I'll take that. I did not think it was going to be that low.
I think Pistons and Magic is the only place where, or not Pistons and Magic, Magic Clippers. I think is the only place where it's a little lower. But all right, all rookie team: Magic, Thunder, and Pistons. So, I mean, Pistons. The chalky answer is Cade.
Yeah, Cade. Do they have to be the all rookie team on that team?
I think so.
And paired with a non-category, does not need to be the same season?
Wait, when paired with a non-team category, does not need to be in the. Oh no! So yeah, if there were two stats, it wouldn't need to be in the same season.
Okay. I was about to say, like, wait, then we have a lot of people to work with.
I mean, Magic all rookie team. My initial thoughts are Penny, Shaq.
Right?
Who?
Big Caro?
Oh yeah, Big Hero. I thought you said a Flalo for a second. I was like, Aaron Aflalo. I'm like, yeah, I like Aaron Aflalo too, but
Howard, Dwight, right?
Oh yeah, Dwight for sure. I think Paolo. I mean Franz too, honestly. Like Franz might be the answer.
Franz probably is the answer. Yeah. Do you want to go Franz?
I think so. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable saying Franz.
That's got to be the lowest out of all of them, right? Yeah, 6%. We'll take that.
Okay. Yeah, he had to. I would say he definitely made the rookie team. That's a hilarious picture for Franz too.
So OKC, I would assume KD. I would assume Westbrook.
Dude, if you want to do a OKC one that I think would work, he's probably not he's not there anymore. But he's the same year as Franz. Dude, Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, I think, made the all rookie team.
He was there for sure. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was like
Giddey, dude. What?
EY.
All right, there we go. 1%.
Wow. I mean, I guess you got a lot of guys. And if you do the Sonics guys too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All right, Pistons all rookie team. I mean, Cade's the obvious answer.
Yeah.
I don't
think back to a bigger name. I mean, Drummond?
Maybe Drummond in his rookie year did. I know Osar didn't. Did Grant Hill? Hill had to have, right?
Who's the other guy that's on the team right now that made a name for himself in the last this year's playoff run? The last name starts with an S. Right? Oh, I want to cheat and look at their roster so bad.
You're not talking about like Isaiah Stewart, are you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I am.
I would say, I mean, Isaiah Stewart's been there. He's been there for a little bit.
No, he's a younger guy, but he came out in the playoffs. I can't remember his name now. I don't think it was Stewart. Okay.
I mean, otherwise, Pistons, some of the bad, like Isaiah had to have made an all rookie team.
Yeah.
I mean, Grant Hill definitely made an all rookie team. I mean, I don't think, yeah, Billups wasn't there as a rookie. Hamilton wasn't there as a rookie. I mean, yeah, you meant Drummond, honestly. Drummond definitely, I feel like, made it all rookie team.
Did Reggie Jackson? No, Reggie started.
Nah,
with
Reggie
OKC,
started.
right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think, dude. Like, so do we think Greg Monroe made an all rookie team?
Greg Monroe. Oh my God.
Because it was like him and Drummond. But like, I don't know if Greg Monroe is good enough to make an all rookie team. But he might have been.
I don't know.
Do you want to just do Drummond then?
Let's just do Drummond. Just keep it easy. Yeah.
Kate, I feel like, will be the highest answer there. All right. All right. So let's scroll down. We want to see the most popular answers.
There's 23 answers in that all rookie team. I'm curious to see who that is.
I can't believe that. Yeah. All right. So for most popular answers for Sixers, Magic, Markelle Fultz. For we called it. There we go. For Clippers and Magic, JJ Redick. For Magic all rookie team, Paolo Banchero. For Sixers and Thunder, James Harden. For Thunder and Clippers, Russell Westbrook. For Thunder all rookie team, Kevin Durant. For Sixers and Pistons, Allen Iverson. For Pistons and Clippers, Blake Griffin. And for Pistons all rookie team, Cade Cunningham. Not really too many big surprises there.
Greg Monroe did work.
Did he? Oh, that's sick. That's good to know.
Brandon Knight worked as well.
Oh, that's a good one too. Wow, Brandon Knight is crazy.
Singler is another one. Andre Drummond, Isaiah Stewart. Okay, it was Isaiah.
Okay, Stewart did work. Okay, yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Sadiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart made it the same year, actually. And then you got Cade, Jaden Ivey, and Jalen Duren.
Oh, Jaden Ivey, dude, come on. Yeah. He's on the team now.
Yeah, we should have gotten that one.
Yeah. All right. Our answers, we want to flash back one last time.
I want to see OKC's and Orlando's one last time because there's a little good amount of people there.
Yeah. So for Sixers and Magic, we got Jason Richardson. For Magic and Clippers, Marcin Gortat. For Magic all rookie team, Franz Wagner. For Sixers and Thunder, Nerlens Noel. For Thunder and Clippers, Serge Ibaka. For Thunder all rookie team, Josh Giddey. For Sixers and Pistons, Jahlil Okafor. For Pistons and Clippers, Tobias Harris. And for Pistons all rookie team, Andre Drummond.
Damn it. I missed a golden opportunity, and anybody listening is going to know.
Alfred. Is Alfred all rookie team? Yeah, that kind of makes sense with Orlando.
Jameer Nelson made it too. Drew Good and Mike Miller. Matt Harpring, if you want to go back a little bit.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Matt Harpring. Yeah, I would have never in a zillion years. I mean, I remember Matt, but like I would have never got him on an all rookie team. That's crazy.
And on OKC, if you don't want to count Seattle, actually Russ would be the first one on OKC, not Seattle. Kevin Durant counts as Seattle. Jeff Green, if you go back a little bit.
Yep, for Seattle.
You got James Harden, Steve Adams, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Wallace, and Chet. This year. Yeah, Chet and Wallace from this year.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Of Wallace from this year. That would be a good one, too. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of Driving Dish NBA podcast. We appreciate you guys. As always, leave us a review on iTunes, good or bad. I'll read them on the podcast. If you're not an Apple user, anywhere you can find a podcast, you can find us.
And we're on YouTube, Driving Dish NBA. You can subscribe and get notifications when new episodes are coming out. You can watch video versions of the podcast there.